everyone. This is Hugo Yote here. Today I kind of want to tell some old ghost stories from my life. The first paranormal experience I had, I was in 8th grade. This was around 2015, early 2016. I was in middle school. For a whole week, I would wake up with an intense fear, like I was being watched by someone or something. And I would roll on my belly and bury my face into my pillow, just hoping that it would go away. And I would do this for like what felt like hours. And this occurred for 5 whole days. But on the last day, I eventually mustered the courage to look at whatever the thing was that was tormenting me. And it was a shadow figure. And what happened when I stared at it, it was just standing there. And it was slowly fading out of existence as I stared at it. And afterwards, like after it faded completely, I was able to sleep peacefully at night. Like I did not wake up with that shit no more. And I've never seen a shadow person since that time. And this was over 10 years ago. But yeah, my personal theory for what that could have been, I think it was like a physical manifestation of stress. Because I was kind of having some mental issues at the time. I felt depressed, angsty. I had anxiety. Like I just had like a lot of like frustration and anger in me, I guess as most teenagers do. And God bless my grandmother. I love her to death. She did my brother and I a huge solid by taking us in because our mom was a drug addict. But she's kind of like a religious nutcase, and honestly, she would like stress me the fuck out. She would make me go to church with her like 3 times a week for years, by the way. Like, I can go to like my friend's house on a Sunday or nothing because, oh crap, we'd have church. But the second time, this happened a few months back. Back in February, I should say. I was staying the night at a friend's place, and we were up late as fuck, you know, we were smoking weed, had some beers, and it was so late, it was like 5 in the morning, you could hear chickens crowing in the distance. And so, I was going to sleep on his couch, but on the other side of his living room, where like the kitchen meets and stuff, I could see a silhouette of a woman staring at me, and it's kind of hard to explain how she looked. Y'all know on The Sandlot when Babe Ruth appears and he's like a black and white ghost that's like kind of grainy looking? That's sort of how she looked, but it was more like gray, and she had like a slight glow to her too. But she didn't move or nothing. She just stood there, and she kind of had her head tilted down towards me like in a scowl, and her hair was like kind of it was kind of long, like it was sort of in a bun too. But it turns out back in 2004, before he like, you know, lived there and stuff, there were some tenants there. It was a husband and a wife. They got into an argument over a repossessed truck, and he blew her head smooth off while she was in bed asleep. So that place could very well be haunted. Oh, and I almost forgot this one. Another night I was at his place. I was sleeping in his guest bedroom, and I feel something moving right next to me in the mattress, like climbing in it or something. but it was nothing. And it felt like there was something going inside of the mattress, like in the bed with me. Too bad it wasn't a hot, furry femboy. But anyway, trying to think. There's like a bunch more stories in my family. Like, my granny, for example, she was telling me how when she was little, this happened back in the 40s to 50s, long ass time ago. So my granny had an aunt and she died, and so they go to her estate, and Granny walks into this one room, and this room, it's like something like possesses it and makes it come to life, and it just bounces towards her, and she's running out the house screaming. The family sees the broom chasing her, and so they fucking run to a car and they get the hell on out of there. But my granny thinks that it was the ghost of her aunt that possessed the broom. And I guess it was just like kind of her way of saying goodbye or whatever. Trying to think too. There's a bunch my mom has, but she's in jail right now, so I don't remember a whole lot of her good ones. She told me this one. It doesn't really count though, because she was on meth. But when she'd smoke meth, she'd ride around in the Pine Bluff in Star City, Arkansas, and she would see demons and shit just walking down the street like they had their own demon city. And there was this jester looking demon, and Mom fucked with him heavy. Like, she would like let him in the car and they'd go riding around town and whatnot. And it's weird too, because my aunt or her sister, sometimes they would smoke together and they would see the same exact shit. Like, they would both see the demons and shit walking down the street. But my aunt also saw a chupacabra one time, but unfortunately I don't really know the details of that story. I'd have to hit her up sometime to ask her. But yeah, I don't know. This is kind of just a more experimental type video. If you want, comment some experiences of yours down below. Anyway, this is Hugo Yo. I'm a yip the fuck on. Y'all have a great day.